Hello pals, it's Strawberry and welcome to Happy Home Designer in Animal Crossing. So I've never done this style of video before, but I absolutely love the DLC for Happy Home Designer. I am very much a decoration, interior design type person. That is my shit. I love it. So I thought it'd be a lot of fun to build a house with you all because it takes me about an hour to do these. This recording did take me an hour. What better way to get it done than to share it with you all? And just to kind of give you an idea of my decorating style, here are some pictures of places I've made. So this is my restaurant. I made it into a Waffle House and I was very, very proud of this. So I really did my best to put a lot of details into this and I'm very proud of it. Even the jukebox and the high chair, even the caution sign on the floor. So I really enjoyed making this. The second one I'm really proud of is Tipper's house. They wanted basically a farm theme and I feel like I kind of killed it a little bit with my farm theme that I did for Tipper. I love on the bottom left the little farm field that I made and the silo and the tractor and the little plant starters right there on the right. And look, I'm in there farming, living my Harvest Moon life. I don't know, it's a lot of fun. Here's another one I did that I really enjoyed the outside of. I think this is Azalea. And then here is my cafe. I went for a pastel cutesy kidcore kind of cafe. Very, very proud of this. I think this build of my cafe took me 2 hours maybe. It was a long time, but I had a lot of fun building it. And I absolutely love the way it came out so much. Look at Marshall in the baby doll dress. Eee! So that is kind of an idea for you of how I decorate my houses. So you can kind of see my style of decorating, how detail oriented I am. So we're going to do Lucky's home today because I love Lucky. I actually want Lucky on my island. Lucky is one of my dreamies, but alas, we have Lucky here. And Lucky basically he said old ruins that time has forgotten. And the items that he has kind of makes me think of, it made me think of a tomb. Because we have the coffin and we have the statue head. So I was thinking Lucky wanted a tomb. And one thing to know about me is I absolutely hate choosing wallpaper and floorings. A lot of times, because the wallpaper and the flooring really tie the room together. So a lot of times I'll either get it right away, or in this case, I have to make the room first and then from there go back and try and match a flooring and a wallpaper to the room. So in this bottom area, and I gave Lucky 2 floors. In the bottom floor, I really wanted to go for a tomb look. So that's why we've got the 2 coffins on the side, and we've got the giant throne in the center of the room with the lamps on the side, because I thought, okay, if this is someone's tomb, and in a lot of tombs, sometimes when people die, they take their riches with them because it's believed that they will carry those riches on into the afterlife. So everything in this tomb is going to be gold or some kind of value is kind of what I was going for. Some kind of gold, some kind of value. I placed some stone, what are these called? Stone withered seats to add to the old and overgrown vibe, as well as the columns. I also added in a thing of crystals in the back, a cart of crystals, once again, riches. And here I am trying to decide what the heck to do next. I don't know if anyone else is like this, but I will go through the menu, like the items menu, about 1,000 times looking for everything to be just perfect. And I think that's why I take so long, because I just keep looking and keep looking. And honestly, in this build, I'm really glad that I did keep looking, because this was my first time playing Happy Home in a long time, and I had forgotten that you could put down fossils and you could put down mushrooms and stuff. So You'll see me later come back to add all those things, but this was a really tough design for me at first, I must admit. The villagers that don't have just, they just want a house, their houses are always the most challenging. Their vacation homes are always the most challenging. So, like, for example, Molly the duck wanted a publishing house, which was so much fun. I ended up having so much fun making that publishing house, but at first it was really difficult because it wasn't a traditional house, you know? So here's me kind of looking. I put that skeleton in there, which I thought was a really good touch. And I was like, okay, I'm done, because I couldn't figure out what else I wanted to do. So now we're doing the upstairs. And the upstairs I wanted to be kind of like a sleeping place for Lucky. As you can see, I am now realizing that you can use what are they called? The fossils. And so I was just kind of looking through everything. I wish you could use the models. Like a scorpion model would have been really cool there. Can you use them if you can use them if you own them, right? Like on your island, if you've commissioned them. I haven't commissioned one yet, so that's probably why I couldn't use it. But once again, here's me trying to figure out a flooring and a wallpaper, and it's just a mess, I must admit. But up here, I wanted Lucky to have kind of a bedroom. Downstairs is like the fancy tomb area, so up here is where he will sleep, but I still wanted it to have that luxurious tomb theme. So for this top room, we're still going for elegant, we're still going for luxurious, we just also are kind of also giving it a house vibe, if that makes sense. So a lot of the elegant furniture, anything gold, the zodiac furniture. I unfortunately didn't have a bed that matched this theme, like, at all, like currently unlocked to me, so I had to use the ranch bed, which kind of has a golden wood color, I guess, so I guess it kind of works, but it definitely was not what I was going for. But the color kind of blends into everything else, so sometimes you just gotta make do, sometimes you just gotta make do. And I am a really big fan of sectioning off rooms using furniture. I love the partition walls, don't get me wrong, and the half walls, but I use them here. But I do, before I had access to those, I really liked just kind of sectioning things off with furniture. I guess that may make it look a little cluttered, but I enjoy it a lot. So on the left we have the bedroom, and on the right we have like the dressing room, I guess you would call it. But when I got to this room, this is really when I started to get a feel for what I was doing. Does anyone else have that, where you kind of don't know what you're doing at first, and then once you kind of get into the groove of it and just kind of put stuff down and you see what you like and what you don't like, then you're kind of like, oh, okay, I know what I'm going for here. That's really exactly how I was feeling about this build. The bottom floor, I was like, I like it, but something's just not quite right. Something's not perfect. And so I just let it be, came upstairs, worked on Lucky's bedroom, and then once I started working on his bedroom, I got more a feel of what I wanted from this theme, which was really, really exciting. So I'm just putting in some little decorations, some little miscellaneous items. I absolutely love that scorpion lamp. I am a Scorpio, so I think it's really cool looking. And the skeleton, I kind of wanted to position it behind the columns, so when you first walk into the room, you just see the head. You just kind of see the head looking at you. I thought it was kind of funny. Some candles, of course. We're in a tomb. And more skeletons, because, once again, this is a tomb. And then I found this item. I didn't even know I had this item. The spiderweb item. Oh my god, I almost lost my mind. I put this everywhere. And then the plaques, the museum plaques, are really, really nice for a tomb theme. We got that elegant chandelier. Look, you can tell I was getting a lot more confident in my theme. I knew what I wanted. At this point, I knew what I wanted. Start putting down mushrooms, because we're in a tomb, it might be humid and moist, and fungus might be growing. So I was really happy because I was really getting a feel for what I wanted. And then I also was like, oh, this is a tomb, and people store their riches here. So I was like, let me put some gold on the ground. I was really feeling it at this point. I knew what I wanted. So now I had to go back through all the items again. And I'm just kind of walking through, making sure you can move around and stuff. So after I finished Lucky's room, I was like, okay, I know what I want. This room, the bottom room, is not doing it for me. So the first thing I do is change the wallpaper. And I change it to the tomb wallpaper, which in hindsight, I probably should have done that to begin with, but alas, I didn't. So now I'm feeling it a bit more. The color of the wall and the floor is tying into the gold. It's looking a lot better. I put a gold rose somewhere in there because I was like, wow, yes, a gold. I got rid of the music box. Gold rose, some fossils, some mushrooms, a skull because this is a tomb, some gold nuggets. Look, this is when I realized you can put that stuff on top of there. I forgot you could do that until I just saw it right now. And some candles and some cobwebs. I really loved how this turned out. I was very happy with it because at first when I was making it, I was not happy with it at all. So this was really one of those trust the process type deals. Oh my god, that framed fossil photo just fits in there so perfectly. It was really one of the trust the process type deals. I have no idea why I put that gyroid in there. I just think he's cute, so I put him in there. And another chandelier. Is this realistic? No. Does it look good? Yeah. Now I'm just kind of looking through, making sure I got everything I wanted. I really like how this came together in the end. And I'm going to walk through and make sure I can walk through everything. And this is when I realized you can walk over the mushrooms. So I didn't know you could do that. So I, of course, had to put down more mushrooms to give it an even more of a overgrown and old. And Lucky would not move the fuck out of my way. So I decided to scare him. And I think I thought I was going to put down more mushrooms, so I didn't. So now I'm going to work on the outside of the house. I will be 100% honest with y'all. I do not... See, it's either... And let me know if this happens to y'all. I either love the inside or I love the outside. But I don't love both. It's very rare that I feel like I do a great job on both the inside and the outside. So I feel kind of meh about the outside. I wish I could have placed those columns directly next to the bridge, but alas, I couldn't because this game hates me. But I don't know. It was such... I feel like... And I know some people are different. Like, some people like bigger rooms because they feel like it gives them more freedom. However, I think I'm the opposite. I like the smaller rooms because it forces my brain to think harder, and I feel like I can become more creative with limited space. I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know if anyone else feels that way. I'm sure somebody does, but the outside is just so large, whereas the inside is small. As you can tell, I kept both rooms the small size because I like working in small spaces. I feel like if it's too big, I feel like I have too much space. Now, in some cases, I do need more space. Like, I recently just made my hospital, and I definitely did need more room for the benches and the couches and the waiting room. Definitely did need more room for that, but, for just wide concepts like these, I don't know, I just feel so lost. I'm like, what do I even put here? So I just threw some things down, some ruins, fossil, another casket, still gonna sprinkle some gold and some mushrooms. Or actually, I don't think I put mushrooms, but some gold around, so it's kind of like, oh, it's a tomb. And y'all, I had so much trouble with the fucking house. I could never get it to look the way I wanted it to. I was getting really frustrated with it because honestly, even though there's a lot of color options, there's really not a lot of designs for the houses. Like, for this being Happy Home Designer, oh yeah, I put gold roses too, because, you know, gold symbolizes love. For this being Happy Home Designer, there's really only very basic outside options. Like, you think, oh, they want you to design a cafe, a hospital, a restaurant. They would have given you things that look like cafes and houses and restaurants. They all just look like houses. Like, they don't cafes, houses, and restaurants. Cafes, hospitals, and restaurants. They all just look like houses, and it's like, this doesn't look like a tomb. So I wish they would have put a little bit more thought into that while they were making the game. But here's me just checking how everything looks in third person and not the top-down view, which I realized I could put more roses, and I realized I couldn't change the color of the well, which made me very sad. So at this point, I just gave up. So here is the final look at Lucky's old, abandoned, time-forgotten ruins. Once again, he won't get out of my way. And I think, you know, I started off and this bottom floor was the one I hated. And now I think it's my favorite. I just love all the details that I put in it. I love the way it came together to look like a tomb, the way I envisioned. And the upstairs is really good too, but I think the downstairs is the main point of the build, you know? But the upstairs is pretty. I like how it's more residential than downstairs, because downstairs is obviously the tomb, but upstairs is like residential, and I really enjoy that. And I hope Lucky likes it too. And I'm not going to show you the outside because I don't want to, because I don't like it. But I hope y'all enjoyed this. Let me know. I'm definitely going to be doing more Happy Home designs. Speed builds, I guess, is what you call them. Happy Home speed builds. I don't know. But I had a lot of fun. Let me know if you prefer commentary or no commentary. Like, would you prefer the build with just the music, or do you prefer the build with the commentary? Please let me know. I would love to hear your thoughts. Sorry about this car driving by. I would love to hear your thoughts. I had so much fun doing this. I hope you all have a wonderful, fantastic, amazing rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching and hanging out. I really, really, really appreciate it so much. I'm going to do my best to put even more content out on YouTube, more gaming, more crocheting, all kinds of fun stuff. So yeah, I appreciate you all so much. Have an amazing, wonderful, fantastic rest of your night. Be gay, do good, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.